I had just moved back from Florida to be with family. I had a part-time job at a Christian bookstore. Things were pretty good, but there weren't many opportunities for a real full-time job. You know, one where I could stay at and I didn't have to worry about losing it because of cuts or, things like that. I saw an ad in the paper for Peckham. I'm a senior agent. I handle calls, incoming calls for troubleshooting, all that normal stuff. But I also help with incoming people, mentoring them. I think working the USDA contract is great because one of the best things is you get to talk to people who have just amazing experiences with what they do. And really, the Forest Service people are really nice. It's pretty rare you get one that's angry or rude or angry in a way that they're not controlling, because of course people are angry, they're frustrated. I can take that call and turn it into a call where the person is laughing, or you can hear them smiling by the end of the call. Even if a call centers completely around resolving an issue, it's good to talk to them. As far as working for Peckham, I think they are very understanding of people with disabilities, and that there needs to be somewhere for people with disabilities to go. Just because you're disabled doesn't mean you're not capable of doing certain things. It kind of gives you a boost, realizing you can do all these things. It helps a lot inside and outside of work. I mean, I had diagnoses that qualified me as having a disability. Most of them weren't active at that time. Some of them I had lived with for a long time, so I had tools for handling them, and I felt like I was stealing a job from someone who was disabled. But as I worked here, my disabilities kicked up. They had a much larger effect on my life than they had when I was younger. I was like, oh, I guess I do have disabilities, and I didn't steal a job from someone else, which made me laugh. But do I specifically, on a day-to-day basis, feel like or think of myself as someone who has a disability? No. When the disabilities kick up, I do. And they're frustrating. It could, end up being that it's a distraction. And so it's harder to focus on things. And all my energy in that case will go to focusing on the call. And then having to do the ticket afterwards is a struggle, because I've put all this energy here to deal with a human being, which is where I feel the energy should be. Over time, you learn to deal with that, and you end up, being able to do both things. They can be a barrier in the amount that I'm able to accomplish in a day. And those are the parts that are frustrating, because I know I'm capable of more, and I just can't do it at that point. I have multiple accommodations. Sometimes it's very hard for me to sit still. I have an accommodation to take some extra time if I need to get up and move around, to keep my schedule in a certain time area so that I'm able either to make appointments or make sure my meds are on the right schedule. I love my job, and to have been able to find a job that I have had for this amount of time is amazing to me. It's wonderful. It feels so good. I just purchased a car. It's not a new car. I totally love it. And they have made that possible for me to be able to do that. So they allow people to experience freedom. And for people with disabilities to be able to experience that, I think is important, and I don't think it happens that often. I would also like to tell them that since we have the Link Pass, and as far as I understand, that's named after Abraham Lincoln, who started the U.S. Department of Agriculture. He has been my hero ever since I was in 3rd grade. And also my dad's mom, my grandma Dorothy, was friends with either someone who came up with the name Smokey Bear or the group of people that came up with the name Smokey Bear. So I think it was meant to be that I'm working here now.